What's up, y'all? It's raining game in Northern California. It's raining cats and dogs out there, man. I mean, I swear it rained. I left my house around 4, got home a little while ago, and it rained from the time I left, and it's still raining outside. I got home about, I don't know, like half an hour ago, and it's still raining. Hella hard. Who's on here? I got home early. I was busy earlier, but it was it was just raining too much, but I made some money. Chewy, what's going on? But yeah, I got home, so I don't know. I was kind of bored. I just decided to go live and say what's up to everybody out there on YouTube Landia. Just chilling, kicking back. Just got home. Hella cold and rainy outside. I was kind of busy too. Probably a lot of people just didn't want to go out. Tomorrow, I'm gonna go get an eye exam because I'm gonna get new glasses. You feel me? What's up, John Diesel? I'm gonna get new glasses tomorrow, so I'm gonna get the exam for new glasses. The real John Diesel. What's going on? So I'll get some. These glasses are like 10 years old. I need some new glasses ASAP. I'm freaking blind. Maybe eventually one day I'll get some contacts. Follow the real John Diesel. You Stokeland. So what's up, man? Bifocals? Nah, I don't need bifocals. Thank God. I'm not that blind, but I'm a little blind. But yeah, I'm gonna get my eyes examined tomorrow. I got my pupils are probably dilated like a motherfucker. You feel me? But nah, I didn't go out to Oakland at night. I just stuck by home. I was busy out here anyway. I didn't have to go far. I made cool money, and then I came home, and I just decided to say what's up to y'all. So who's on here? I see Shortcuts is on here. Who else is on here? How's everything been going? It's raining. Like you popped hella ecstasy. I know. Have you ever had an eye exam done? They dilate. You can't see shit afterwards. Your eyes are just dilated. Like it's crazy how it looks. The last time I had an eye exam was about 11 years ago. Yeah, Spike. I didn't know him real well, but I remember him. I didn't know a lot of the dudes who claimed these seven thugs. A lot of them dudes didn't grow up in the hood. You know what I mean? I knew more like the dudes that I grew up with as a kid in the neighborhood. But yeah, I remember Spike. Wasn't he the son of the brown beret dude? I forget his name. El Marijuana would know. I remember they used to live right there off next to Chris's house on East 7th Street. Spike's dad was I can't remember his dad's name, but he was like an old Chicano dude who was a mailman. But yeah, I vaguely remember him, but I remember seeing him around. I was a little kid when they were around. But yeah, man. So what's up, man? 39th BFL. Yeah, I know. I know who you are. I've seen your videos before. From the Dirty 30s. Yeah, his dad was an old brown beret. What was his name? Tomas, I think was his name. Tomas something. I can't remember his last name. Tomas Delgado. I think his name was Tomas Delgado. I think that was Spike's dad. Yeah, when all the East 7th Street stuff popped off, that's when I left to Sacramento for a couple of years. I didn't get a. Who knows? If I would have stayed, I probably would have got involved in all that stuff. But I left. I went to Sac for a couple of years and then came back to the town. And by that time, everything had died off in that area. But yeah, you remember Fat Tone from Jingletown? I remember him. I was a kid though, but I remember him too. Yeah, the DFL, VLV. I remember all that stuff when I was a youngster. 39, 38, 36, Bridge Hunted, all that stuff. That's the old school. I was in the town yesterday. I didn't go out there today though. It was raining hella hard today. Hella raining. It was raining all day. It's still raining outside. Shit. I left like around 4:30. Martin 9400 probably. You know Martin 9400, John Diesel? He be on here. He's been on my channel before. He's from 9400. He's a cool dude. He comes on here from time to time. I think he was BB back in the days, or at least affiliate. Fat Tone, my OG. Yeah, I remember Fat Tone. I know his son, Dulo. I don't know if you know him. Fat Tone, Goyo, and all them fools from Jingletown. I remember that. I was a kid, but I remember. My brother knew all them. You know my brother? I bet you probably know my brother, bro, John Diesel. Or my brothers, because I had two brothers from 36. You probably, if you're older, you probably know them. My brother was TJ from 36, and my other brother BJ. His name was Max. Everybody knew them fools back in the days. That was my brothers. From 36 locals. They kicked it with the twins and all them fools back in the days. You want to talk to Fat Tone? I could, if you're on IG, hit me up on IG and I could send you his IG account. You could hit him up. My brother's TJ, OG TJ from 36. And my other brother, BJ. They used to call him, his name was Max, but they used to call him BJ. But the main one was TJ from 36 locals. He used to kick it with the twins and all them fools out there on 36. He used to be over there at 38 Park and all that back in the days. My brother's well known, well respected in the hood. But yeah, that's my brother. I'm sure you've seen him around back in the days. But yeah, man. So what's going on with everybody? I'm just relaxing, man. I feel hella relaxed right now. Yeah, well then, if you knew them cats, you know my brother then, TJ. He used to kick it with Little Juan and and the twins and all them cats from 36. But he was older though. He was from the 80s generation though. But he was out there in the 90s too. I mean, I was a nerd. I was a good kid. I was a good kid. I didn't get involved in pendejadas. I steered away from the game a little bit, but I didn't get into trouble a lot, bro. I fucking, like I tell the story all the time. I went to Santa Rita one time. I say, yeah, this ain't for me. I went to Oakland City Jail a couple times too. I'm like, I'm good. One time I spent the night downstairs in North County. I say, yeah, this ain't for me. I'm cool. Jail ain't for me. And I didn't want to fuck around like that. I'm cool. My brothers and them niggas were out there doing dumb shit. That's why I didn't get involved in dumb shit that much. But I knew a lot of the hitters out there, you know, a lot of fools out there that were doing their thing. They know me, some of them. But yeah, man. I grew up on 39 right next door to all the locals. Yeah, I know 39. You remember Taqueria Durango on 39? That place was bomb. I used to go there all the time. Right there by did they ever ask you if you wanted to get put on? Some people did. It's raining game in Northern California. Yeah, I got asked before, but I politely declined. I was cool, bro. One fool asked me, I'll tell you later, bro. I don't want to put that out there. But but yeah, that's what they tell me. I'm a nerd, bro. I'm a square. I'm a square bear. I'm proud to be a square bear. Square bears make the world go round. You feel me? But yeah, man. I'm just Jose. That's it. I'm not a gangster. I'm not a thug. I'm none of that. I grew up around the gangsters and the thugs, but I'm just me. I just do Oakland Latinos United. That's from the Mac Dre song. What's up, Richard? El El Gucher. What's going on, brother? Damn, it's raining hard outside. I could hear it from my window. Fuck, it has not stopped raining at all. I can hear. I don't know if you guys hear it. You can just hear it like coming down. It's raining hella hard outside. It rained. It's been raining for like 10 hours straight already, man. Probably. Atmospheric river. I know. Tell me about it. All the streets were all flooded and stuff. You feel me? Like I can hear it right now. Like I can hear it right now outside, bro. Like they cut the orchards down at my house. The wind's hitting us hard. Yeah, it's windy out here too. All the streets were flooded. I was like mostly in Richmond, kind of El Cerrito area today working, and all the streets were hella flooded out there. Hella flooded. Damn, it's raining hard, bro. I don't know if you guys can hear it outside. I'm from the '90s era before BB. That was one of the founders of Mitchell Street. It wasn't North, though. It was just Mitchell Street. Orale, so you know the cats from the Mitchell Street. I know a few of them too from back in the days. From Mitchell, huh? You from the in the Dubs? You was out there in the Murder Dubs. Yeah, man. I know, huh? I got the Russian. I got the Russian Borovsky hat. My man is Vladimir Jose today. I got the hat from Russia. I'm a gremlin from the Kremlin. Yeah, I'm from the '90s era too, real John Diesel. But you see, I kind of moved around for a little bit, so I wasn't in Oakland all the time. I left in '92 to Sacramento, then I came back in early '95. And I lived in Oakland through the late '90s until the early 2000s, and I ended up in Contra Costa County, out here chilling. What's up, Joe Loke? I'm in that Coco County now, El Condado de Contra Costa. What's the name of the Mexican store on 39th and East 14th? La Finca, right? Yeah, La Finca. I remember when I was a kid, that was La Hacienda. Were you burners? What do you mean, my burners? The hell are burners? Yeah, man. But yeah, I just wanted to tap in. Oh, my gloves. I don't have any. I don't wear gloves that much. I got my beautiful scarf on in case it gets cold. I could cook it. You know. Octayas. Yeah, Octayas over there on 39th. La Mexicana. El Guaracha. I went to eat at El Guaracha Azteca the other day. I like that place, Durango. They used to be on Foothill and 39th. That place used to be hella good. I used to go there all the time back in the days. But yeah, man. But yeah, I came home early today. Once I made some cool money, I came home. What's up, Rich DM? It was just raining too damn hard out there. Is it raining out there where you at, Rich? It's raining hard out here where I'm at. It's been raining nonstop all day. It's an atmospheric river, they say. Durango, yeah. I would wear the hats. Look kind of warm. Charlie Sheen wore Ron Dunn. Yeah, they're pretty cool. It's the Russian bear. Get the commie. Yeah, no, that shit, bro. I left my house at 4:30 and I got back about a half an hour ago. Well, about an hour ago now. And it was still raining. It was raining then, it was raining now. I was driving around and so many streets were flooded, bro. It's crazy. What's up, Timo? Be safe. I tap in with you later. All right, bro. Hit me up on IG on Oakland Latinos United. And yeah, I could send you that info. But yeah, man. So what's going on, brother? How's everybody doing? I just wanted to tap in. I was just bored. Ain't got nothing to do. It's not raining though. Yeah, it's raining out here, bro. But you know, Northern California rains more. Yeah, I took my kids back to school tonight around 5:30. It was pouring. Do it 2-4, no snoring. They said it's gonna be raining like 6 days straight. That's crazy. Or 7 days straight or something like that. So we'll see, man. Hopefully we don't get flooded. When the great flood comes, that's the end of us. But yeah, man. But yeah, so tomorrow I'm gonna get my eye exam. So I'm probably gonna have dilated ass pupils tomorrow. I need a new pair of glasses. I swear to God, these glasses are like 10 years old. How do I look without glasses? Do I look different? But yeah, my eyesight sucks. It's storming like Norman out here in the 408. Yeah, it's storming out here in the 510. No, it's storming. Está lloviendo bien fuerte. But yeah, man. Whenever I look with contacts on, now you look Mongolian. I look like Genghis Khan. Well, shit, the Native Americans, I think they come from Mongolia without glasses. I look like Genghis Khan or like Timur the Lame. Timur Lane. So which one is it? Do I look Samoan or do I look Mongolian? You know what I mean? Because people say I look Samoan and other people say I look, now they're saying I look Mongolian. Tongan. Do I really look Tongan? I don't see it. Know what I mean? You gotta feel me? I don't look Tongan, bro, at all. I've been told I look Puerto Rican before. The original Genghis Khan. Yes, I am the great Khan, leader of the Mongol hordes. Did you know that half of Genghis Khan's army was made up of Turks? And I'm not talking about Turks from Turkey. I'm talking about the Turks from Siberia. The They call them Kazakhs now, Kazakhs and Kyrgyz people and Buryats and what are the other ones called? Tuban people. Yeah, the Russian Turks exactly. There was a lot of the of Genghis Khan's army was made up with those kind of people. They're similar. They all kind of look the same. It looks like you're working at the bakery, essay. Yeah, that's why you have Russians that look Asian. Yeah, that's true. Why do I have slanted eyes? Do I have chino eyes? Yeah, that's true. Nah, but them people already always look like that. All them people from Siberia and Mongolia, they're all kind of the same rasa. They all kind of always look like that. They're kind of similar. The Mongols kind of spread their seed to Europe and Asia and like the Silk Road, Russia, the Vikings would travel. Yeah, yeah, the Silk Road. That's all part of that. It's crazy that Genghis Khan invaded uh, Turkey and Iran and all that shit. Afghanistan. Yeah, yeah. Genghis Khan invaded Afghanistan and Iran. They were called the Persian Empire back then. They called the King Sultan, the Sultan. Yeah, man. Yeah, I read about Genghis Khan before. That's crazy, crazy history. But yeah, man, I just want to. Who would win, Genghis Khan or Alexander the Great? I don't know. Like Genghis Khan. Who knows? That's a good one. Then Alexander the Great, he beat the Persians, right? He beat the Iranians. You know, Persian women are hot. You ever met a Persian girl? They're pretty freaking hot. Some of them are. But yeah, man. But yeah, I just want to tap in. I'm kind of like a little sleepy, but I'm good. I need glasses. I usually reading go online before I'm getting old. Yeah, Persian women are cute. I've been wearing glasses since I was in my. Didn't Alexander defeat the? Nah, he defeated the Persians. The Mongols, I don't think, really even had an army yet when Alexander the Great was around. That was he beat it. He beat the Persians. I think Xerxes the Great or whatever they were called. Darius the Great. Darius. All right, Rich. But yeah, man, I don't really have much to talk about. I'm kind of just like whatever. They get 300. Well, I know Alexander the Great for sure. He was a Greek, and he got into it. Alexander the Great was a Greek too, and he got into it with the Persians as well. Wasn't he from Macedonia? Like, good night, Richie. Yeah, but not Sparta. The Spartans. Yeah, man. Well, they were probably fighting the Persians for a lot of years, probably. So it's all in line. Do you know what I mean? Do you know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But yeah, man. But yeah, I just tapped in. Want to say what's up to everybody. I normally don't do lives like this at night. I'm always in my car or something. They was fighting the feeling. Know what I mean? Don't fight the feeling. Yeah, but I feel relaxed though. I'm really relaxed right now. I don't know why. I just feel really relaxed, really chill. Maybe it's that high blood pressure medicine that's finally calming me down. I feel really relaxed, really cool, just chilling, relaxing. You feel me? So many things that I talk about that I could talk about. But I'm just like in a relaxed mode. I don't know, maybe it's the rain outside. Hey, but everyone's crying about uh, droughts and shit. So we're out of the drought. I'm pretty sure at this point. You feel me? Imagine like the Valley, Sacramento, and those places. They're probably gonna have mass flooding out there. Those places get really flooded quickly, especially Sacramento County, but even some of the Valley counties too. If it keeps raining like this, it's gonna be bad out there. Watch. You know what I mean? Not I mean. Yeah, that I mean. But yeah, it's been a wet year so far. You know, when you gonna drop something on Oakland Freak? Fuck you up as a kid. Oakland Tales going for the anniversary. I should do something like that. That'd be a good idea. Uh, yeah, I remember talking about that before. For sure, I should do it. You know, they probably fucked up a lot of kids. It probably wasn't just me, but it was my personal experience. But I can't even just say Oakland because in the Sacramento school district too. You know what I mean? Best tacos in Oakland, it's easy. That's Migueliense. You know. Yeah, I'll talk about it. And that a lot of that carried over to when I was living in Sac too. Because in Sac they tried to bamboozle me the same way. That's the one on that's the one right there on 29th and East 14th, the one where the Goodwill parking lot. That's my personal favorite. I don't even like gordos, bro. I like um I like Sinaloa. It's cool, but yeah, my favorite is Migueliense, hands down. Yeah, with the two trucks, some teachers almost did to me in L.A. Yeah, I mean they used to be messed up before, bro. Oh, thanks, Cabrona. Gracias for the five. Thank you for the support. You know, they used to do Raza dirty, bro. I'm pretty sure they used to do blacks dirty too, but they used to do us dirty, bro. Especially if you were like, if your parents were paisas and you were like a paisa or like a dreamer kid. They used to put like I remember the Oakland School District used to be so messed up, bro. They used to put Spanish speakers in the special needs class with the with the Mongolitos. For reals, that's how bad it was, bro. They tried to do something like that to me. Not with the Mongolitos, they put me in like special ed class, and I was like, I knew that was holding me back, bro, because I knew I was smarter than that. It was just a mess. It was a mess, bro. It was a mess. You know, I try not to dwell on it, bro, because that's what creates the victim mentality, and I don't like having a victim mentality. But definitely, it played a part in holding me back for sure in certain things. I probably could have came up quicker, bro, had I went through regular classes and just you know. But it messed me up in life for sure in certain things. Great, I never seen white folk kids in ESL. I did. When I lived in Sacramento, they had a few, but they were like European kids. Like there were some Russian kids and some kids like from Romania or something like that. But yeah, for the most part, it was Rasa and a few Asian kids too. You're teaching Latino studies, maybe. And I did go to college and all that, but you know, some of the things that held me back at that time affected me in college in many ways. Believe it or not, you know. But I don't play the blame game as much because it's just like I don't want to have a victim mentality. I get it, man. It was fucked up what they did, but it was really up to me to come up out of that. You feel me? Cold toe, son. And because I've always knew I was smarter than that, and it was just little things that could have helped me, bro. You know. But I could probably go back to college and get a tutor, and I'll be good. I guarantee you. I'm thinking about doing that. You know, especially with the music thing. I'm thinking about maybe going back to study music. You know, at least to finesse my music talents. You know, but yeah, barber school. What I live. Yeah, man. Open up your own shop. Be an entrepreneur. But yeah, man. So what do you guys think of the victim mentality? I was thinking about making a live about the victim mentality. Do you think a lot of us have a victim mentality as raza or even people of color? You know what I mean? Do you think we blame a lot of things for our problems in life? And I definitely had it for a long time. I had it for a long time where I would blame a lot of problems on certain things. And yeah, there's a validity to that blame, but I think sometimes I used to like let that hold me back sometimes, and I had to break away from that mentality, you know. We can't forget how they fucked us over, but we can't dwell on yep. Around them, huh? But like I'll give you an example. I used to have this friend. He was a little slow. He was cool. I used to work with him, and I guess some dude took advantage of him. Like not like took advantage of him like molested him. Nah, nothing like that. He just took advantage of him like because he was a nice dude. He was a little slow. I think uh I think he used him like for money, used him for a couple rides. Uh like asked him a couple of times he could stay at his house overnight. Just just a moocher, a fucking loser. And he was scared to tell the dude off or tell him, hey, I can't help you, bro. And eventually, I think he did. He finally did. He stood up to him and told him, hey, bro, I can't help you like that no more. And I guess, for a long time, he dwelled on that. Oh, man, that guy, he took advantage of my niceness and my kindness. And I told him, look, bro, you can't dwell on that. I told him, yeah, he used you because you were slipping, but you learned from that mistake and you won't let it happen again. Now you know. You know what I mean? But yeah, that was a perfect example of a dude who had like a victim. And I know he was a little slow, so it probably took him longer to register in his head. But once I explained it to him, like, look, bro, you learned from that experience. You know there's snakes out there, and you know not to be taking advantage of that like that again. And he was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. We'll say. I say, yeah. So it Richard said he has no. Bro, you probably had a big time one at one point. I think everybody had a victim mentality at one point, whether they want to admit it or not. Everybody has. Look, I look at it like this: we've all been a victim of something. You know what I mean? It is what that's just life. I've been a victim of things. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I've been a victim of people taking advantage of me, people taking my kindness for weakness. I've had girls take advantage of me when I was younger, and I learned from that as well. I didn't dwell on it. I didn't become like a simp, like, oh my God, the girls just use God. No, I learned from it, and other things too. I learned from it. I learned to be careful. You can't ever take advantage of someone's kindness because karma's always going to lose and hating taking. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we all have a victim of something, but I'm a yeah, for me, it took a while for me to move on certain things, not on everything, because there were certain things that I learned and I moved on quickly, but there were other things that like the school thing, I dwelled on that for many years until finally I let it go. Or kind of like my sucky high school years, I dwelled on that for many years, but I let it go. That's all in the past. You know what I mean? Um, it was just it was I couldn't dwell on things like that because shit happens, you know what I mean? Like the fool in Ghostbusters say, shit happens and who you gonna call? But yeah, man. But yeah, I've been through shit. I've been punked before. I've been talked shit to. There was times where I had to bite my tongue. I really wanted to lash out on someone, but the circumstance wasn't smart to do so. And a lot of things. You know what I mean? And it is what it is. You know, and I learned from that a long time ago. But I think sometimes we let that get to us and we get stuck on that. Like I could understand someone who had a big trauma in their life, like I don't know, someone tried to kill them, someone raped them, something like that. I could get where someone would be traumatized from that. And yeah, I could see where someone would have a victim mentality from that. You know, but so even that, unfortunately, you have to move on somewhere down the line. You know, but yeah, man, it's it is what it is, man. Like I said, we've all been victims of something. Some of us are victims of circumstance. You feel me? It's the truth. I know Richard's been a victim of circumstance. Hamburger, the motion picture. Yeah, I remember. I never seen it, but I do remember it though. That was like that's hella old school. Hamburger. That's like from the 80s, I think. I do remember that. I don't know if I ever watched it though. But yeah, I do remember it though. Emotional trauma, you know. But yeah, man. But yeah, I feel that public school messed me up. Growing up, it hindered me in a lot of things. Instead of helping me, it hindered me a lot. You know, because of politics, because of racial politics, because you know, because of bad schooling, no money in the schools, no fundings. You know how it goes, bro. The same old story. I didn't go to school in a rich neighborhood, and I didn't have the advantages a kid at a rich neighborhood would have had. Well, it wasn't porn, was it? I thought it was a regular movie. I don't remember. I never maybe I don't remember it very well. Weren't a lot of 80 movies like kind of softcore porn kind of? Hey, Richard, do you remember a cheesy ass movie called The Chopping Mall? Remember that movie? It was about some goofy ass white teenagers that spend the night at a mall. It's like kind of softcore pornish, and like these robots kill them or something like that. You remember that movie? Yeah, The Chopping. I know your ass would remember that. The Chopping Mall. That movie was hella funny. I remember seeing that when I was young. All those stupid movies were like softcore porn. Most of them. There was Chopping Mall. Hamburger, I sort of remember it, but I don't know if I've ever watched it. I remember another movie called Eating Raoul. Oh yeah, The Toxic Avenger. I seen that back in the days. Spring Break. I don't know if I remember that one. Yeah, I remember The Toxic Avenger. I seen that way back in the days. That movie was hella stupid, huh? I like part two better of The Toxic Avenger. Part two was hella funny. Softcore porn. Spring Breakers. Remember Fast Times at Ridgemont High? There was that one. I know Richard seen this movie. You remember the movie called The Repo Man? The movies, yeah. They showed hella TNA. Oh yeah, there was a blind chick on there, huh? I knew a hot blonde girl in my lifetime. She was really cute. But yeah, man. Hey Richard, I knew a hot blind girl in real life. TNA matinee on Comedy Central. Yeah, TNA, I remember that. All the movies used to be like TNA. Do you remember a VHS Ranch Club Fruit called? Yeah, Discolande, of course. The original one, right on Fruitvale, right there by Farnham. I remember that spot. We used to rent movies there before they moved it down on East 14th. Hell yeah, I remember that. I mentioned it before. Hard Bodies. What was another one? I'm trying to remember these stupid movies from back then. Oh, I know one Richard that you know. Have you ever seen the Repo Man? Yeah, that's where they would have all the tickets for the Paisa shows, lowrider shows too. Yeah, these Scolanda. I used to buy hella. You never seen the Repo Man? Richard, out of all people, has never seen the Repo Man. What the hell? The Repo Man with Emilio Estevez. You never seen that movie? I am shocked. Richard, finally a movie he hasn't seen. I am really shocked. I would for sure knew he knew that movie. Nah, it's an 80s movie. Yeah, the Scolandia. It was owned by some Cuban people, remember? I'm just surprised that Richard don't know that movie. That movie was hella popular back in the days. Yeah, the Scolandia, it was owned by these Cuban folks. And they were cool. I remember I used to buy a lot of like Spanish music from there, especially like music from like Colombia, El Salvador, and like, Honduras and like tropical music. Yeah, Porky's was funny. Revenge of the Nerds, yeah. Revenge of the Nerds was tight. I remember the part one and part two. Those movies were hella funny though. What was Revenge of the Nerds? Ogre, and Skolnick, and I forget the name of the other guy. He also came in the '80s. Wisdom. Oh yeah, I remember Wisdom. I seen that movie back in the days. Oh yeah, Bachelor Party. Wasn't that with Tom Hanks? I seen that movie. That movie was funny. Yep, Bachelor Party. Booger, yeah, and Lamar. He's like, Bush, we got Bush. He's like, I got a frush. He's like, what the fuck is a frush? Yeah, that was those movies were tight. Point Dexter, yeah. I remember that. He's like, the moves, those girls are all a bunch of pigs. Yeah, that shit was hella funny. I used to like that song One Step in Front of the Other. I have Bachelor Party and Flat on a flash route with shitload of old 80s movies. Lambda, 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 and the Alpha Betas. I remember that. Yeah, I seen Revenge of the Nerds hella times when I was a kid. That and the part two also. What about Police Academy? Anybody remember Police Academy with Mahoney and Tackleberry and all those guys? I remember watching those. I know Richard probably seen Police Academy when he was a youngster. Move it, move it, move it. Yeah, those movies used to be hella funny. Police Academy. They made hella Police Academies. Tackleberry, he passed away, huh? Yeah, that movie was a trip. They made a whole bunch of them. They made what, like five of them or something like that? Six of them? Something like that. Mexican Tackleberry. Tackleberry was like a gun nut, huh? He would always be mad because he'd always mix the action. Yeah, they made a whole bunch of them movies. What about RoboCop? I know you guys seen that when that came out. Oh yeah, the Blue Oyster with the gay bikers. That song, dun, 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 dun. Remember that? Remember when they're running from the riders? There's like a bunch of in the first one, I think they're running from the people riding on the streets, and they're trying to open all the doors because they're being chased, and then they open the door and you hear the music, dun, 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 and they start screaming. First row got showed cop titties. Did it? I don't remember. The Blue Oyster Bar, that shit was hella funny. In the locker room. I'm at Pueblo, bro. You remember a movie that Denzel Washington and Ice T made called Ricochet? Black chick. Yeah, I don't remember. I don't remember too much TNA on Police Academy. Maybe you're right. Maybe there was a scene, but I don't remember very well. Yeah, anybody remember Ricochet? That was a movie that came out back in the days. Yeah, I think I've seen it in the theaters too, possibly. Dick Jones on RoboCop. I don't remember. I don't remember TNA in that movie really. Well, I got one. I got one for Richard. I know you've seen this one. Remember, remember the Charles Bronson movies, Death Wish. Remember Part Three? Part Three was hella funny. At the end, where he blows away all the fucking bad guys. That shit was hilarious. People still make videos making fun of that to this day. Only the first one at the beginning. Not Death Wish, the first one. I'm talking about the third one. The third one, if you look at the third one, there's hella videos about it because it was hilarious. It was like the funniest one because he just like blowing away people and using hella one liners. It was hella funny. No, I'm talking about Death Wish now. Three. That movie was hilarious. Like at the end, Charles Bronson just kills hella motherfuckers at the end of the movie. Tommy Sotomayor's nickname when he was a rapper, his name was Dick Jones. That was three is hella cheesy, but it was hilarious. The part where he's like, I remember one scene where some dudes are breaking into his they're breaking into his car, and he goes up to them. He's like, "Hey, what's the problem?" And the dude's like, "What?" He's like, "What's the problem with the car?" He's like, "We're stealing the car." He's like, "It's my car." And he pulls out a knife and he's like, "Now you're gonna die." And that fool blows them both away. That shit was hilarious. That shit was hella funny. And them fools scream like little bitches too when they get shot. Like, ah! It was hilarious. That's why people laugh at that movie because it was hilarious. Charles Bronson, I think he's from the East Coast. I think race wise, he was from another country, right? I think he was born in the United States, but I think he was like Lithuanian or Albanian or some shit like that. Somewhere up that way. Funny because he looked like a Latino kind of. Oh yeah, I remember. He has like a zip gun. Yeah, I seen that years ago. Death Wish 3. I remember that shit was hilarious. They just blow away hella fools at the end. But yeah, that's hella old school. Yeah, I remember hella 80s movies, man. So many that came out back then. Hella movies, the Gremlins. They killed the Giggler. Yeah, that is from Death Wish. I remember Gremlins. What else? Karate Kid. There's so many that came out. Back to the Future. I was a little kid back then, but I remember all them movies. Ghostbusters. I love Ghostbusters. When I was a kid, the Indiana Jones movie. Remember Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom? I remember another movie, The Goonies. Yep. Remember what about the one that was like a wannabe Goonies? Remember it was called The Monster Squad? Who remembers that movie? He's like, kick him in the nards. He's like, Wolfman got nards. I think I seen that in the theater when that came out. The movie Running Man. Oh yeah, Running Man was hella funny. I seen that when I was younger. That shit was hella funny. Where he stabs the dude in the back with a pencil. That shit was hella funny. Yeah, Running Man. That was a good movie. I seen that when I was young. Oh yeah, Total Recall. Yep. The 310, the midget hooker. Remember that? They had a midget hooker on Total Recall. The Running Man is free on YouTube. Yeah, the Running Man was funny. With Richard Dawson's crazy ass from he used to be in Family Feud. That shit was hella funny. The Running Man. Yeah, the Lost Boys. Yeah, that was filmed in Santa Cruz. Yeah, I remember watching the Lost Boys when I was a youngster too. That's a movie I haven't seen in years. I haven't seen the Lost Boys in probably 20 years or so, bro. I still remember the movie though, with Kiefer Sutherland and Corey Haim was on it. Who else was on it? Corey Feldman was on it too. Oh, the dude from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure. I think Jonathan Winter, is that his name? John Winters or something like that. He was on it. That one broad, I forgot her name. She used to come out a lot of movies back then. She played like the cute girl that hung out with the vampires. What was her name? Anybody remember her name? She used to come out a lot of movies back then in the 80s. No me acuerdo su nombre though. But I remember her from hella movies back in those days. But yeah, man. The Lost Boys. That was a trippy movie though. When I seen that movie, I was like, wow, this is a trippy ass movie. That was dope though. They made it Santa Cruz. And Gooch is one of the Lost Boys. Then that movie they had to kill the head vampire. There was also there was another fake. You guys remember another like wannabe Lost Boys movie? It was like kind of fake, low budget. It was like about these dudes. They go around and they were like vampires. I don't remember the movie's name. You guys know what I'm talking about? It's an '80s movie where they're like vampires and they like go around different cities like hunting people down and stuff. It was the '80s. It was like a wannabe Lost Boys kind of. I can't remember the name of it though. I remember watching it when I remember at the end there's a kid where he's running and he starts because it's daytime, he's a vampire, he like lights up on fire at the end. Does that sound familiar to you guys? It was an '80s movie too. It was about vampires also, but I can't remember the name of it. Nah, it wasn't Little Monster. It was more like a horror movie. Like I'm saying, it was like a wannabe Lost Boys kind of. Like it was kind of similar. No me acuerdo. I bet you if I look it up, I'll probably find it. I don't know what's called Frightened. I can look it up. Let's see if I can find it. Give me a second. Now it's starting to haunt me. Huh. Yeah, I can't find it. Oh, I think it's this one. Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, it's called. It was called. Okay, I found it. It was called Near Dark. Anybody remember that movie? It was called Near Dark. Baseball Furies. The Orphans. The Orphans. They were the hardest gang in the Warriors. But yeah, the movie was called Near Dark. Anybody remember that movie? The Moon Runners. Nah, the one I'm talking about was called Near Dark. I remember watching it when I was a kid. It was like a like kind of like it wasn't like exactly like the Lost Boys, but it was kind of similar. It was like what these dudes, youngsters. It's from the '80s, like '87, '88, something like that. Yeah, I remember watching that movie when I was a youngster. It kind of seemed like it ripped off Lost Boys. Like it seemed like a low budget Lost Boys kind of. Remember the movie about the cop? It was about these criminals who were on the run and they were on their way to Arkansas, and and it was like a cop in Arkansas, and he was like a redneck, and he had knocked up this black girl, and I guess the criminals are on the run were with that black girl that he had knocked up. What was the name of that movie? It was a pretty good movie where he ends up killing all the criminals at the end. What was it called? You guys remember what movie I'm talking about? I forget. It was a trippy movie. I remember watching that movie when I was a kid too. You guys don't know what movie I'm talking about? I think Bill Paxton was on it. Oh, I think that one white dude was on it. What's his name? Yeah, I remember Maximum Overdrive. Oh yeah, James Wood. Oh, you're talking about The Hard Way? The Hard Way with Michael J. Fox with James Wood. What was the name of that movie? Hold on. Oh, Billy Bob Thornton was on it. The movie I'm talking about. What was it called? It was a good movie. I remember watching it when I was young. Oh, it's called One False Move. Nobody remembers that movie? No, it wasn't Monster Ball. It was called One False Move. But Billy Bob Thornton wasn't. He was younger in the one I'm talking about. What's up, Hefe? ACDC. Yeah, I remember Maximum Overdrive. That one was hilarious. With the big trucks and all that. Bad Santa. That's I don't know. It was called One False Move. It was a pretty good movie, actually. But yeah, I remember watching that when I was a youngster. Cobra. That movie was hella cheesy, wasn't it? He's like, I don't deal with psychos. He's like, you're the plague and I'm the cure. Yeah, I remember that movie. Cobra. I seen that when I was hella young. Remember, remember that fool made another cheesy ass movie in the 80s? It's there, Sylvester Stallone. It was called like Over the Top, I think it was called. It was hella cheesy. Cobra was fire. I remember watching it when I was young. Cobra Commander. Didn't he make one called Over the Top? Commando. Yeah, I remember Commando. Commando was tight. Cobra was torn. Like Cholo's wife cleaner said, clean up your act. Yeah. Over the Top. I remember watching that when I was young. Like, yeah, that was back in the days. That was when that fool was making hella movies, huh? Yeah, he had a son, huh? In that movie. Yeah, that was a trippy movie. You know what? I never really seen Judge Dredd. I might have seen it. I remember it, but I don't remember seeing it though for some weird reason. The one I remember seeing was Demolition Man. That's the one I remember seeing back then in the 90s. Was the Demolition Man. You guys remember that one? With that one white girl, what was her name? Yeah, Over the Top. It was about. Hey, okay, I got one. Remember the Hulk Hogan movie? Yeah, Sandra Bullock. There you go. Remember the Hulk Hogan movie in the 80s? It was called No Holds Bar. Remember that movie? What's his name? Debo came on it. Who remembers that movie? That's hella old school, cheesy as hell. But it was an 80s movie. No Holds Bar, yo. I seen that in the theaters when it came out. It was hella cheesy. It was cheesy as fuck. Hey, you know what movie I liked that I seen in the 80s too that took place? Yeah, Zeus. You know what movie was tight that I seen in the 80s? I seen it at the Eastmont Mall movie theater with Clint Eastwood. Remember, it was made in the Bay Area. Remember the Dirty Harry one, the Deadpool, That movie was dope. I remember going to see that when it came out. Nobody remembers that? The Deadpool. That came out like in the late 80s, like 88, 89, something like that. I remember going to see that movie. Well, yeah, but that was one of the last like Dirty Harry movies they made. It was pretty dope. Rambo, I remember Rambo with Ace Ventura. Yeah, he was on there. Huh? He came on like a. He wasn't even known yet back then. He played like a dope fiend or something like that. Yeah, the Deadpool was dope. I seen that movie when it came out. Yeah, he was a rocker. Yep. They live. I remember that too. He's a what do you say? I'm here to chew gum and kick ass, and I'm all out of gum. That was with Roddy Piper, huh? They live. I seen that too back in the days. Airplane. What was the John Claude Van Damme? Which one? Airplane was hella funny. I speak jive. She's like, hang loose there, blood. She about to get you some medicine. Lionheart. Man, all of them were like karate movies, weren't they? Hey, he says Cuddy. If you notice, on airplane when they're speaking jive, there's a couple of scenes where he's like, "Yeah, yeah, Cuddy." Yeah, that was funny. She's like, "I speak some jive." She's like, "Just hang loose there, blood. She about to give you some medicine." Blood sport. He's like, "My mom didn't raise no dummy." No retreat, no surrender. I remember when Van Damme made hella movies. Hey, do you guys remember some low budget Van Damme? Remember, there was a low budget Van Damme guy who made a movie in the '90s. That he was like a Van Damme dude, and he was like beating up hella cholos in L.A. What was it called? I think it was called Angel Town. Lethal Weapon. Nobody remembers that movie. It was called Angel Town. It was hella funny. It was about some wannabe Van Damme dude who like beat up a bunch of cholos. That shit was hilarious. Revenge of the Yeah, we were talking about Revenge of the Nerds. Lethal Weapon was pretty dope too. I seen that too when it came out. I was hella young when that came out. Lethal Weapon 2, City of Angel. I think I remember that movie. Golden Child or Big Trouble in Little China. I like Big Trouble in Little China more. I don't remember the Golden Child that well. I seen it when I was young. Fucking Kurt Russell was Jake in Big Trouble in Little China, but that movie was hella funny. China supposedly was in Chinatown in San Francisco. That shit was hella funny. Gerardo, yeah, he was in colors. Snake Plissken, what was his name in Big Trouble in Little China? I don't remember his name. Everybody used to like that movie when it came out. Bro, it's fucking storming out here too. I could hear the rain outside of my window. Chinatown. I haven't ate in Chinatown in hella years, but yeah, they got some dope spots. I ate some pho today. You guys know what pho is? Nah, it don't snow in California, JC, Jefe. It's just raining hella hard out here right now. Nah, it's been out here short because it's been raining like I told you since I left. It's been raining since I left, bro. I left the house at 4:30 to go to work, and then when I came back, it was raining then, hard then, and I came back home like around 12, and it was still raining. It doesn't really snow, at least where we're from, KC. It doesn't really snow out here too much. Oh, you was in Rebel City? It snows like if you go towards the Sierras, it snows. It's just cold all the time where we're from. Like we have like a weird microclimate in the Bay Area, so it's always kind of chillier than even in the summertime. Yeah, probably up in the Sierras, it's probably snowing. You know, I was in Concord the other day, and who was I in Concord? I was there like I had to go to my doctor's appointment, so that was Tuesday, and um and uh uh, uh and Mount Diablo was covered in snow. It was kind of tight. Yeah, it's windy. It's windy out here too. Where I'm from, where I'm at right now, it's windy. Yeah, we get it's weird out here, Kush, because there are hot days out here for sure. We get them, but like for us in the summer, a hot days, maybe we'll get like a week of like 90-degree weather, and then it's gone. Then the rest of the time it's cold again, or maybe sometimes we might get 2 weeks of hot weather, just 2 weeks straight. You know what I mean? But usually it's not really much more than that. Sometimes we'll get, in some rare occasions, we'll get like a month of hot weather, but that's in rare occasions. You know what I mean? But once you leave the Bay Area, you start going towards the Central Valley, Sacramento, it gets hot as fuck out there. Modesto and all that. Nah, Oakland's weather is nothing like Southern California, bro. It's like cold out here. I told you. We have like a microclimate out here. It's always cold out here. It's always cold and foggy. Like I said, it only gets, our summers are like we get like 2 weeks of heat, and that's about it. Maybe if we're lucky, we'll get a month of heat. Or another thing that happens in the Bay Area, like Oakland, the Bay Area, it'll get hot in the daytime, and then once the sun goes down, it gets hella cold. That happens a lot in the summertime too. So you'll be like in shorts, dressed in hot weather outside in the daytime. As soon as the sun goes down, you're like, oh shit, you have to throw on a jacket because it gets hella cold. That's very typical in the Bay Area too in the summertime. We're in LA. Yeah, it hasn't been hot out here, bro, in the Bay Area for like months, bro. It hasn't been hot. It got warm the other day a little bit, but not hot. Yep, the Bay Breeze. But yeah, LA, you know, LA is known for being hot though. The Bay Area is known for being cold. You know what I mean? We're known for that. That's the difference. But yeah, man. It tripped me out when I was out there. Yeah, but if you leave the Bay Area, like I said, like if you start going towards Sacramento, towards the Central Valley, then it changes. Then you start feeling the heat. Then it gets hella hot, at least in the summertime. It's weird because those areas too are cold as fuck in the winter. Like Sacramento, Sacramento, I think it's colder than the Bay Area in the winter. Yeah, the Exorcists haven't been out that way. Just SF and Sac and Oakland. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I've been all over this area, but yeah, it'd be like that out here, bro. That's we're used to it though. I'm from here, bro. So for me, it's like when I go to a place it's hella hot day and night. God, that drives me nuts, bro. We got the weather and hit hella hills and mountains and small valleys. That's true. Like when I go to LA or the Central Valley, like in the summertime, and it's just hot day and night, I'm like, oh, it drives me nuts, bro, because I'm not used to it. Yeah, I'm telling you, bro. I believe it. Even like Sacramento and those in some of the valley towns, like in the middle of summer, bro, it'd be hella hot outside. Yeah, we've gotten that in the Bay Area, but like I said, we'll get that like for a week or two, and then it's gone. Like they're like even where I live now. Uh, I remember a couple of summers back, it was hot in the day and at night, and I couldn't really sleep well because it was so hot in my room for like almost like a week or two. But like I said, you only get maybe like a week or two of that, and then it's gone. Then it's cold again. If you're lucky, most likely it'll just be a week. If you're lucky, it'll be 2 weeks. Once in a great while, it might be a whole month of heat, but it won't be extreme heat. But outside of that, bro, just go right back to being cool again. I remember one time, Shortcuts, we did a show, we did a little performance at Lake Merritt, and it was hella hot in the daytime. Everyone was in shorts, dressed for summer, and as soon as the sun started going down, it got hella cold. Right in the middle of summer. And we were all in shorts and stuff. Was you around when the storm and yeah, back in the 90s, right? Yeah, I was out here. I almost almost killed myself on 580, bro, during that. I think I've told that story before, bro. I was over there kind of like by Golf Links Road by the 90s on 580, and my car hit a water puddle, bro, and I spinned out of control, bro. Nah, it was 97, bro. It was like 96 or 97. Palm Springs, yeah, that's the desert, bro. Yeah, I think it was 97, bro. Trust me. It had to have been. Unless they had another Nino in the 2000s, but I remember it being in the 90s. Let me look it up what year it was. I'll tell you right now. El Nino, California. Storm. It says it was 1997 and 98. At least that's what it says in Google. I remember that, bro. It rained kind of like this year. Like it just rained forever, bro. I think it even rained through the summertime a little bit during that time. Yeah, I remember I lost control on the 580, bro. I hit a water puddle on a hydroplane and I spin, bro. My car spin. Luckily, it was at night. No cars were coming, bro. So I just let it spin and then finally it stopped and I just kept going, bro. It just scared the hell out of me. But yeah, that happened to me, bro. What do you think about the people that got shot in Mexico? It's crazy, bro. The thing is, I'm hearing a lot of conflicting things. Were they just innocent people that got caught up, or were they doing something out there? That's the thing I'm not sure of. I mean, if they were just people that were just out there doing something and they got caught up, that's messed up. But if they were doing something dumb, you know what I mean? It's like, you know, don't go out there doing dumb shit in another country. But I don't know. I don't know the whole story. But if they were caught and they weren't doing nothing, yeah, that's not cool. You know, maybe that's why the cartels are mad because that makes them look bad and it hits the tourism also. So you know what I mean. So who knows? Maybe they weren't doing nothing. Maybe it was just wrong place at the wrong time. But I don't know. People say Mexico is dangerous, but look where I'm from, bro. Where I'm from is just as dangerous. you know, like I said, in Oakland, you could get killed just as quick as Mexico. Yeah, I heard about that. I mean, look at all the dumb shit that happens out here. Fools getting killed, fools getting robbed, home invasion robberies, people getting fucking carjacked, getting their cars broken into while they're in their cars. This is here in Oakland. So before people tell me Mexico's dangerous, hey, where I'm from, it's just as dangerous as a third world country. So you feel me? That's the way I look at it. When I go to Mexico, I feel more safer out there. No one really ever bothers me when I go out there. But yeah, man. They think you was a Samoan. Maybe. Maybe that's what they think. I have no clue, bro. Nobody in Mexico set tripping. Do they? They don't really have gangs out there, do they? Or they got some probably. Yeah, when I've gone to Mexico, I've never really seen like a cholo or gang culture. I might see like a few cholos around, but usually they're like dudes that got a. Nah, that's my back scratcher. Though usually those are fools that get deported out there, you know. But I've never seen like a cholo gang culture in when I go to Mexico. At least not when I went. It seems like they got more of that like narco culture. Oh yeah, Monterrey. But them fools didn't even dress like cholos. They dress like weird. They call them cholos, but those dudes look weird. One of Marvelous Inc. was on Tony. He brought up good point. He said cartel's not targeting tourists, and Mexico's tourists brings money. Yeah, that's true. For the most part, yeah. I think that's probably why they make those guys give up. The guys that did that because that affects tourism. One of my friends got shot earlier today and he's stuck on his arm. He heard some shots close by and then felt the hit. Yeah, I believe it, bro. That's crazy, man. That's crazy, man. Yeah. That's why when I'm in Oakland, I hear any shots, I'm looking around or ducking, like I don't want to get hit. I've had that happen a few times in Oakland. You know, just gotta be careful. There have been people that have been killed like that, bro. That someone just starts shooting like an idiot and they get hit. They hit the wrong person. You know what I mean? Innocent bystander. But yeah, man. Like that sucks, man. I hope he's all right. You know, man, he'd be off the hook out there. That's what I'm saying, bro. It'd just be just as crazy out here as it would be in Mexico, bro. And we're not even in a third world country. That's just the reality of it. I was posted up in the Oaktown. What'd you think of it out here? I've been to LA a lot of times. It's been a few years since I've been out there, but I've been out there many times. I'm pretty familiar. Yeah, he is. Bullet went in and out by that freeway. I wonder if it was the one in East Oakland. There used to be a Smart Final downtown. The only other one is in the east, kind of like close to High Street, Como Delos. Probably was the one right there by the hood. People on live bring up what happened in Mexico. The same shit can happen. Copycat. Yeah, it's I know what Smart Final you're talking about. It's on it's like on 40, like near 41st and East 14th. And there's a taco truck across the street called Gordos, and there's a Burger King across the street. That's probably the one you're talking about. It's close to the 50s, but it's kind of the 40s there. Yeah, that is the 40s actually. But yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, that's the only smart final in Oakland. There used to be one in downtown Oakland too, but that one closed a long time ago. If it was called Gordos, bro, more likely that's the taco truck it's gonna be. Yep, the Chinese buffet. It's across the street. Yeah, bro. Probably gonna get off soon. But yeah, I just tapped in tonight, bro. I was just kind of chilling at the house, relax. Feel me? Kind of came home early from doing deliveries. It was raining too hard. I don't want to be out there all night. So I was kind of frustrated with the rain because it's like every damn delivery I went to, I was soaking wet. But once I hit my mark, I came home. Yeah, I remember. I remember when it was the Volvo parking lot. Putting like that, so traffic stuff. I didn't care about the summer well case a few years ago. Migriense? There's not a Migriense near Smart Final. Migriense is way down from there in the 20s, huh? I know where Migriense is, but that's not by. That's nowhere by Smart Final. Not unless there was another Migriense there. You know, the only one I know by there is El Faro, Gordos. It's right there, right across the street from the Smart Final. And there's a Burger King on the other side in the place. What year was this? Unless there was another Grienza there at the time. Could have been. But I don't remember. No, there was never a Migriense around that area. I know Migriense, bro. Trust me. I know which taco truck that is, but that's not by Smart Final. Maybe maybe it was another store you're thinking of. Yeah, Zamorano. That's the only taco truck from there in that area. Yeah, because Migriense is on 27th. I mean, on 29th. Migriense is on 29th. Uh, and okay. Yeah, that's down the street. That's probably further. That's further down. Migriense is in the Goodwill parking lot, bro. Down on 29th and International. That's probably like 10 blocks from there. But there is a taco truck by Smart Final though. What'd you think of Oakland? Kush. It is because if you think about it, it's because we think about it, Migriense is on 29th and Smart Finals on 41st. That's 10 blocks, bro. That's about a mile, I think. I had a chick that worked at Smart and Final. Yeah, that's on International. We like those of us who are from Oakland, we call it East 14th. Uh uh because that's what the street was called. And then they changed it to International. But yeah, those of us who were born and raised in Oakland, you might hear us say East 14th, E14, you know what I mean? But yeah, the freeway entrance is right next to the taco to the Smart Final. You're right. Yeah, like catorce. Yeah, some people call it like catorce. Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's where I'm from, bro. I'm from that area where you're at. That's my favorite taco truck, Migriense. That's my spot right there. When I want tacos in Oakland and I want a taco truck, that's like the only one I go to, but that's one of my main ones I go to. What about waitresses? Are they an easy hookup? Waitresses. Tortoise. Ain't nothing like LA. I can't say, bro. I never really tried any LA tacos. I ain't gonna lie. You're not gonna like me for this. I tried LA burritos. I didn't like them, bro. I like the ones we make out here more. I like the mission style burritos more. I don't think they make those in LA. I didn't see them out there. I definitely the burritos from the Bay Area kick all the burritos asses, bro. I'm sorry. This is where the big fat burritos. Fuck no. San Diego burritos are even worse, bro. All they do is put French fries on their burritos in San Diego, bro. That's not a burrito. When I went, I tried a San Diego burrito. All it was carne asada with French fries, bro. I was like, what the fuck is this? Hell no, bro. Go to the Mission or go to Oakland, bro, and get a burrito from out here, bro, with rice and beans and guacamole and hella shit inside of it. Like the Bay Area is the birthplace of the big ass burrito, bro. The super burrito. Where they put everything in that motherfucker. Yeah, them California burritos are nasty, bro. I mean, they're okay. I'm not gonna say they're nasty, but I can't eat them with French fries all the time, bro. But I bet you San Diego don't. I guarantee you San Diego burritos won't beat a Bay one from out here, bro. You know what I mean? Because the ones out here are good. Even a friend of mine from Southern California came out here and he said, "Yeah, these burritos are bomb." I took him to some good spots and he was like, "Yeah, they're pretty fucking good out here." I've had San Isidro. I've been to San Isidro. I never had a burrito there. My mom grew up in Tijuana, so yeah, I know that area. San Isidro, but yeah, I never tried really. Uh, I never tried tacos in LA. I don't. Maybe I did. I just don't remember. I do remember Tijuana. They make bomb tacos for sure. The street tacos in Tijuana are hella good. They put hella stuff in them. They put like guacamole in them. They put beans in them. They're hella good. Good dog. Man, you know in Guatemala they probably be cooking up dogs too. Super guacamole. Yeah, they're pretty good out there in Tijuana. The French fry burrito, I always make fun of it. Street food tastes like chicken. I don't really eat street food a lot either out there, but the tacos I got to admit in Tijuana are fucking bomb, bro. They are good. At least the ones I tried. They were hella good. Tastes like chicken. Smells like fish, but it tastes like chicken. Probably they're all about similar, bro, in that region. They're all kind of make the similar stuff. Let's make sure kitchens and burritos got meat, beans, rice. Ziploc has all jalapenos, homemade salsas, and guac in those cups. You like jalapenos? Fish tacos? Yeah. I think in Baja California, that's what they're, especially in Ensenada, they're known for that, for the fish tacos. To the 50s by the train tracks? Which one? Oh, over there by the flea market, kind of, where they have all the vendors. Yeah, I've been down there. Yeah, I've been down there before. If that's where you're talking about, on 50th, I think I made a little video there one time. It looks like you're in Tijuana there, bro. When you drive down there, that's what it reminds me of, like Tijuana or something, bro. It trips me out when I go down there, like on the weekends when they have the flea market. Y'all been to La Bufadora? What's that at? La Coahuila? Ensenada. I've been to La Coahuila before. You know where that's at. El Buffet. I can't really eat a lot of salsa anymore, Richard. It messes up my stomach. So unfortunately, I eat a lot of mild salsas now when I want salsa. I can't eat super spicy salsas no more. I haven't been able to eat spicy salsas in like 10 years already, bro. I got used to it though. Because I get really bad acid indigestion, bro. So I can't eat extremely hot food anymore. I like salsa fresca. I like red sauce too. I don't like green sauce as much. I like red sauce more. But I can't eat super spicy food anymore though. I never really did eat super spicy food, but I definitely can't eat it now. It messes me all up. La Vic. Their sauce is pretty good. It's kind of spicy. Yeah, I never liked that, Richard. I never liked super spicy food. It's not my thing. Like if it's so spicy you can't taste the food. Yeah, I never even liked that when I could eat spicy food. If it just has a little picoso, that's cool. But in San Francisco, I'm not familiar with Chinese restaurants in San Francisco, bro. So I couldn't really tell you. Uh, I wish I could tell you, bro. I'm not sure, bro. What is a good? Anybody know a good Chinese spot out there? Trying to think. The Golden Dragon is a famous place in San Francisco. Carolina Reaper. What is that? I know there's so many Chinese restaurants in Chinatown. I used to know some good ones in Oakland, in Chinatown. I don't know if they're still there though. Do you guys like sriracha sauce, the Asian hot sauce? I've ate that before, like when I eat some Vietnamese food. Yeah, burn them always down. Yeah, Oakland's Chinatown's small, bro. It's not that big. It's only a small China, and then it got worse too, Kush. Because after the pandemic and all those attacks were happening on Asians, it seemed to lose its flavor. It used to be a lot more nicer before. Richard is the grill king. He can grill these nuts. Yeah, hella robberies. That kind of ruined it. It used to be a lot more livelier before, I remember. Not anymore. It's kind of went downhill, unfortunately. But it is small. Oakland's Chinatown's small compared to the one in San Francisco for sure. But they have some good spots out there. There's some. I remember going to some pretty good restaurants back in the days in Oakland Chinatown. They're just kind of expensive though, but they have some pretty good ones though. San Francisco. Ah, man. But yeah, I'm about to get off. It's actually hella late now. All right, y'all. I used to on Broadway a lot. Yeah. I used to go to some of them places over there in Chinatown. I think one was called, what was it called? I remember there was one spot I used to go to sometimes. It was called like Young Lee or Chung Lee. I don't remember what it was called. It was pretty good. Furberry. Richard, he reminds me of like King of the Hill. I'll be cooking on propane and propane accessories. I'll be grilling on propane accessories. Asian massage. All right, Kush, be safe. I'm about to get off anyway. Propane is for rookies. I want some straight mesquite, some mesquite, and some tree I cut down from the backyard to grill. All right, y'all, but for real, I'm getting off. I'm getting sleepy, and I'm going to sleep, and I will talk to you guys later. And this was I wasn't even expecting to go on live tonight. I just got on because I was bored. I kind of got home earlier than I usually get home, and yeah, I'm just going to get on and say what's up to everybody. It's raining hella hard. So I'll talk to you guys later. You guys be safe. All right, y'all.